Good evening. My name is Gwen Jackson. I'm a mother. I'm an educator. And I'm a longtime resident of Hempstead. I've been in Hempstead for going on 30 years. I work for Nassau BOCES. I'm a teacher for the hearing impaired. I retired about 7 years ago. I have my own after-school homework center where I work with students in grades K through 12. And the reason why I'm running for the Hempstead School Board is because I know we hear it all the time, there needs to be a change, there needs to be accountability, there needs to be this, but no one is doing it. So for me, I'm running because I care about the children, I think they deserve better, and we as adults need to make sure that that happens. Thank you.
Ms. Bracely? Good evening. My name is Shelley Bracely. I have lived in Hempstead most of my life. I attended schools in Hempstead. I graduated from this building in 1974. I agree with Ms. Jackson. We do need a change. We need people to come together. We need people that are willing to not just educate the children, but educate our community at large. There are a lot of things that we can be doing, but it's impossible for one or two board members to do it. It's going to take a community to take our community back. And we have to take it back. We don't even have a choice at this point. I think that I've been on the board for the last 3 years. Quite frankly, it takes about that long to learn the position. And by the time you finally get it, it's time to run again. And so I'm running again. Not because it was my first choice. I think that any real thinking person after getting knocked around for a whole 3 years is not really breaking their necks to stand on line to do it again. But I think now that I have the skill set that we'll be able to look at some things, and together we can rebuild our community. Ms. Brown.
Good evening, community. I just want to thank all of you who took your time out to be here to listen to the candidates who want to make change in Hempstead. I am a celebrated mother of 3 wonderful children. My son, Aaron Rhines, who is here tonight, graduated in 2014. We can give my son a hand because he is one of the children who made Hempstead proud. And I thank God because when he came here in the 5th grade, he came with challenges, but he overcame those challenges because I was an involved parent. It doesn't take that long to bring about change. A trustee has to get involved. We are the mediators between the community, and we are the mediators between the school board, the school district, the superintendent, and the employees of the school district. We have to know our job before we get here. So what I did was educated myself on what a trustee is. And we have to make sure that we have a budget in place to make sure our children get what they need. That is important. We have to make sure that we give our superintendent the help that she needs or he needs to make sure that our people have what they need to be employed here in this district. So let's do what it takes to make Hempstead soar to the top for our children, all of them, and the employees, as well as the superintendent. Thank you.
My name is Dr. Thank you. Good evening. My name is Dr. David Gates. I am a graduate of the Hempstead school system. I graduated in 1982. I began in Prospect, went to the middle school, and graduated here in the high school. Graduated with a class of 331. Out of the 331, all 331 of us graduated, and I graduated in the top 10% of my class. It was because of the foundation that was laid here in this school district that provided me the opportunities to excel and to soar outside of these gates. It was people like Mr. Charlie Mills. It was people like Norma Gluck. It was people like Joy Peterson. It was people like Diane Brown. It was people like Wilbur Brown. All of those persons gave me the necessary tools to develop and to grow outside of these gates. And so when I decided to run because I found out that people that didn't live in my community was exploiting my community, constantly in the media making it seem as though that everybody in Hempstead was either ignorant, dumb, or slow. So at the end of the day, I made up in my mind that if I'm going to fight to defend the honor of my alma mater, and I'm going to give back to those who gave to me.
Good evening. I'm Maribel today, and I've been on this for the last 10 years. And I'm saying 10 years because it's 10 years that I moved to Hempstead. And my fight started when I moved in and I put my children in the district. I got the greatest teacher in this district. I have to give it. I came from Queens, and with 4 kids, you can imagine how many schools I already went through. And I still having my best teacher is coming from Franklin Schooling here in Hempstead. And I want to congratulate everybody who graduated from Hempstead. And my goal to be a support member and to continue the reforms that we need here in Hempstead is that 62% that they are not graduating, they made it, the way that all these people that they are so proud of saying that they graduate. We need to make sure that we give them better education and we give them the tools that they need to succeed. And this is where it starts, with a good graduation rate.
Good evening. Oh, excuse me. I'm Hans Tevener. I'm the current Dean of Students at EBC Bushwick High School. I'm a licensed physics teacher. I've taught all the physics courses from freshman physics to advanced placements. I've also taught all the math courses. I've been with the Department of Education for the past 16 years and have helped turn around some of the high schools in Bushwick. But most importantly tonight, what I'd like to say about myself is I'm the father of a 4-year-old who's entering our school system. As I'm sure everyone here knows, the state ranked the Hempstead School District in the bottom 5% of schools statewide. Our high school suffered from one of the lowest graduation rates in the state. Now, as an educator, I have to say, to me, these aren't just numbers. These aren't just statistics. Because this year, just like last year, I've interacted with students and seen the impact of not having a proper education. I'm asking for your support because I understand that things have to change. We can't just say, this situation is okay. We're going to have to face some tough truths here. The system needs to be repaired. I have been involved, I have the experience, I have seen region scores change from the bottom 10% to an average of 70, 75%. I'm clearly not the resident who's been here the longest. I apologize. I'm clearly not the resident who's been here the longest. What I am is someone who is currently involved in turning schools around. I'm not the most eloquent speaker. What I am is someone who went to work today in a high school that was once rated an F and is now a B. Thank you. I'm asking for your support May 19th on Tuesday, please.
Good afternoon, good evening. First I want to say thank you to the Hempstead Classroom Teachers Association for putting this on. A little bit about myself. I'm 49 years old. I'm a 49-year resident of the village of Hempstead. I'm a graduate of Hempstead High. Started out at Little Red Train on Jerusalem and came all the way through to Hempstead High. I'm a single father of a 19-year-old daughter who also I have full custody of, and she went through the Hempstead schools her entire life. And she graduated last year in 2014. I'm a 20-year Hempstead volunteer fireman. I teach fire safety for the last 18 years as the chief inspector to all our children and our seniors. I'm also a Hempstead Parks Commissioner, where in the parks I do things over and beyond. When the kids need help, I have computers. We do after-school work. We have little birthday parties for them. We have Halloween parties. And I'm a Hempstead product. I see the good, I see the bad, but I think mostly Hempstead is mostly good. We just have bad people that do bad things, and we can change that. As a group together, we can change that. And next Tuesday, May 19th, Road G. Thank you.